are not safe.
It was a cold and windy night, and the small town of Millfield was shrouded in darkness. The moon was hidden behind a thick layer of clouds, casting an eerie glow over the abandoned streets. In the center of the town stood an old church, its ancient stone walls rising high into the night sky. The church had been abandoned for decades, but its dark and foreboding presence still lingered in the air. Stories had circulated through the town about the strange occurrences that took place within its walls. Some claimed to have heard the sounds of chanting coming from the empty chapel, while others swore they had seen ghostly figures wandering the halls. Despite the town's fear and superstition, a group of teenagers had decided to explore the church that night. They had heard the rumors and wanted to see if there was any truth to them. They approached the church with a mix of excitement and trepidation, their footsteps echoing loudly in the empty streets. As they entered the church, they were immediately struck by the silence. The only sound was the creaking of the old wooden door as it swung shut behind them. The air was thick with the scent of must and decay, and the flickering light of their flashlights only served to illuminate the shadows. The group made their way through the church, their footsteps echoing off the stone walls. They found themselves in the chapel, the pews empty and covered in a thick layer of dust. As they walked down the aisle, they heard a soft whispering sound that seemed to be coming from the altar. They approached cautiously, their hearts beating faster with each step. As they reached the altar, they saw a figure standing in front of it, its face obscured by the shadows. They froze, unsure of what to do. The figure began to move, its movements jerky and unnatural. It turned towards them, and they saw that its eyes were glowing red in the darkness. The group screamed in terror and ran towards the exit, their flashlights shaking wildly in their hands. They burst through the door and into the night, gasping for breath. As they turned to look back at the church, they saw that the figure had followed them outside. It stood at the entrance, watching them with its glowing red eyes. They ran as fast as they could, not stopping until they were miles away from the haunted church. They never spoke of what had happened that night, but the memory of the glowing red eyes haunted them for years to come.